My children only scatter like that for two reasons. Either something bigger and hungrier than me is at the door, or another darling little hero has come to play. The last one was a paladin. Started crying halfway through his own speech. Precious. Before him, a priest who fainted when I blew him a kiss. They really are sending me the delicate ones lately. My eyes. Do the temples spend everything on armor polish and nothing on swordsmanship? Let's see here. Tall, broad, absolutely drowning in sparkles, armor polished to perfection. Oh, one of those. Castorial, O vile creature of shadow. By the decree of the radiant crown, I, Castorial of the Holy Knights. The speech. I have heard this more times than I have legs, dear. Vile creature of shadow, how refreshingly unoriginal. Castorial, I descend upon this corrupted lair to strike down your reign of terror. Your reign ends this day. Yes, I could finish it for him. His voice isn't cracking, at least. The last one sounded like he was being strangled. Castorial, for your blight upon our holy county Inagus. Oh, that part is new. Castorial, and for the sake of all mortals who tremble beneath you. Still going. Castorial, and with holy conviction I shall. Still going. I bet he rehearsed this in front of a mirror. I can hear every practiced pause. Adorable, really, in a tedious fashion, and then he actually looks at me. Castorial. Well, merciful heavens. There it is, the holy mission has left the building. Somewhere under all that righteous armor, a young man is being very confused. I wonder where exactly his eyes have wandered. Oh. He is truly struggling, look at him. Mikuraina. If the plan is to purify me, do try not to swallow your own tongue first. Castorial. And no, I'm merely. Well, seems like he's fighting a war on two fronts and losing both. Castorial. I am merely assessing my opponent's vulnerabilities. Mikuraina. My cleavage is not a vulnerability. Well, not for you to ogle it, certainly. Castorial. Ahem. As I was saying. Castorial. Your reign of wickedness ends this day, foul temptress, fiend. Wonderful. Mikuraina. Is this your first time in front of an actual monster? Castorial. Yes, no. Of course. Mikuraina. Fine, either way, stop glowing like that. You're upsetting my hatchlings. Castorial. I shall not stop. I am a beacon of holy light. A beacon of something, certainly. Castorial. By light and law I shall smite your tush. Castorial. He almost ruined his entire crusade with one word. Incredible. Mikuraina. Very well, golden boy. Since the knight has finished the speech of his own demise, I suppose I should entertain you. Castorial. Mikuraina, turn 1, foo. This would be quick.
なるほど。こっちのモンスター側を操作するんだ。
Selected Castorial. Selected.
Widow's Ward.
Blocks incoming blessings. Uses 20 megapixels. Castorial, Mikuraina.
MP を使うのね。
Unleash your hatchlings on the enemy. Uses 35. Selected. Blocks incoming blessings. Uses 20 megapixels. Castorial, Mikuraina. Turn 1, foo. Castorial, Mikuraina. Turn 2, praying himself back together? How boring. Castorial, Mikuraina of the depths. He stops mid-strike and raises his hand with a perfect posture. Well, this gesture is new. Did he rehearse it? Castorial. I offer you, in good faith, the mercy of the radiant crown. Castorial. Surrender, and I shall personally advocate for your. Mikuraina. My what? Castorial. Your potential for. Castorial. Rehabilitation. Rehabilitation. He came in here with a rehabilitation speech. Foo. Mikuraina. Into what, exactly? Castorial. Into, the church has processes for. Mikuraina. For spider queens? Castorial. For. Reclamation of, corrupted, entities of. Mikuraina. Hound. Mikuraina. You brought a redemption speech and no plan for what comes after it. Castorial. there is a plan. Mikurina, is there? Castorial.
連敗で
Mikurina, I have a
RPG
brood
どうや
of
ってやってんだろう
300.
ね
I have held this ground longer than your order has had a name. Mikurina, what will your church do with that, exactly? Castorial. Castorial, I will write to the council. ... He is going to write a letter on my behalf to a council.
この男はモンスターに
Huh, the sincerity of this man is going to be the end of me.
さて
Mock the doctrine. Ask if he means it. Mikurina, did you mean that? Castorial, W. Which part? Mikurina, the letter, the advocacy, all of it. Castorial, M. Castorial, I did not know what the plan was when I walked in here. I still do not. Castorial, but, yes, ... He has no idea what rehabilitation looks like for something like me. ...
強化されちゃうよね
Foolish, wholly, completely foolish. I almost want to see where the letter goes. Castorial, Mikurina,
さて
turn
ト
3.
ーク
He swings very confidently, it's adorable. Mikurina, hold still. He actually stops. Interesting, this one seems to be so docile already. Mikurina, I just want a proper look at you. Before you get too mangled to be worth looking at. Look at him, breathing harder than the situation requires. All that holy conviction, and it is going somewhere. Not upward, I think. Mikurina, my, the church is sending their elves out during mating season now?
エルフなんだ
Castorial, M mating season.
メイティングシ
I
ーズ
beg
ン
your, that is utterly improper. Mikurina, is it? Oh, he nearly dropped his sword. Foo.
この雲の女の人はさこっちが本体じゃなくてこっちが本体なんでしょ
Mikurina,
外見に惑
what
わされちゃ
exactly
ダメ
did
だ
you do to deserve this chore while you're in this state, little knight? Castorial, there is nothing to, I am entirely composed. There are no signs. Mikurina, no one said anything about signs. Castorial, that one landed beautifully till... Standing upright in that armor with all those competing priorities, he must be exhausted. Mikurina, they sent you here to play the hero while your own body is actively fighting you. Castorial, your assumption is entirely incorrect. I am composed. Entirely something, certainly. Appeal to his pride. Tease him further. Mock him. Mikurina, composed, eh? Fascinating word for someone who forgot how to finish a sentence the moment he saw something with a waist. Castorial, I am perfectly fine. Mikurina, of course, hence the shaking sword, isn't it? Castorial, it is not shaking. Mikurina, both hands, dear. Try both hands. He grips it with both hands immediately.
最初から両手で握ってたんじゃない
No, it's still shaking. Castorial, Mikurina, turn 4, a clean strike, someone's been practicing in front of a mirror.
切る
Selected Castorial. Selected.
キスしてみるかデリバーベノマストライク毒
Castorial.
全然 HP 減らない
Mikurina, turn 5, he swings very confidently, it's adorable.
全然減らないんだけど
Selected. Selected.
8
Castorial.
あ HP 減った
Enough. You're just another monster in the dark, and I'm just a sword in the light. There's no room for words here. Castorial. Mikurina, turn 6, that actually landed. Don't let it go to your head, Tilda.
ディフェンド
Castorial. Mikurina, turn 7, purification, I should be concerned, but he looks so hopeful it's distracting. Selected Lure the Night Closer. Uses 25 megapixels. Castorial. Mikurina, turn 8, praying himself
NP が
back
なくなっ
together.
ちゃ
How boring. Castorial. Castorial. Wait. Castorial, before we continue, I must ask. Oh, he's asking a question in the middle of a fight? Mikurina, go on then. Castorial. The smaller creatures, the ones that keep skittering into my path. What are they? Mikurina, my children. Castorial, you summon them? From some infernal depth. Mikurina. No. Castorial. A dark ritual, then. Bound to you by. Mikurina. I lay eggs. Castorial. ... question mark. Castorial. You. Castorial. Lay. Castorial. Eggs. What?
まあね。昆虫だか
Mikurina.
ら
How did you
ね。
think spiders were born? Castorial. I did not think about, I was not prepared. Mikurina. You were not prepared for common sense. Castorial. That is not common. It is extremely common. Castorial. But if you lay eggs, then at some point there must have been a. There would have to be a. Come on, just say it. Foo. How old is this boy, actually? Mikurina. A mate? Castorial. Yes that. Mikurina. Yes. Castorial. With whom? ... Oh, he did not. Mikurina. I beg your pardon? Castorial. I meant, it is the nature of, the implications of a creature such as yourself engaging in. Mikurina. Reproduction.
リプロダクション。
Castorial. Do not say it like that. The man is broken. I have never once considered I would need to explain this in my life. To someone who especially came here to kill me. The gall. Mikurina. Little knight. Castorial. Yes? Mikurina. How old are you? Castorial. I am 142.
142歳。相
Mikurina.
当言って
A
るね。
century and a half of living, and the word
で
mate
もエルフ
sent
の
you
中で
into
は
a
若い方
babbling
なんだ
panic?
ね。フリーレンは何歳だったっけ？
Castorial. It did not. Mikurina. You asked with whom, darling? Castorial. That was a legitimate question. No, it was not. It was the least legitimate question anyone has ever asked me in centuries. Mikurina. The implications, though. Castorial. Stop. Mikurina. Stop what? Castorial. Saying it like that.
これは
Mikurina.
倒す、倒さないで分岐するのかな。
Castorial. Castorial. Mikurina. Are we silent now?
エンディングが分岐する
You
の
were
か
so
な。
full of questions a moment ago. Castorial. That was before. Mikurina. Before you found out I mated with someone? Castorial. You do not have to phrase it like that. ... The church sent me a pristine, absolutely untouched lil knight. Polished armor, polished speech. Completely, thoroughly unequipped. And I am supposed to just kill him? What a waste of entertainment. Mikurina. You know, rehabilitation is starting to sound considerably more interesting. Castorial. Do not. Mikurina. Resume fighting, dear. Castorial. Gladly. Castorial. Mikurina. Turn 9. The light is healing his wounds. This could be a problem.
なるほど。遠くにしとこうか。
Mikurina. Tell me, knight, when you sat down to dinner last night, did you bother learning the name of what you ate? Castorial. It is not the same. No stutter that time. Interesting. So hunger does something for his beliefs after all. Castorial. You consume innocence without remorse, while I consume only what is sanctioned by the goddess herself. Glory, sanctity, righteousness. Yes, I have heard all of these. Mikurina. Quite lovely, but humor me, knight. Tell me the difference. Castorial. The difference is. He opens his mouth, and then his stomach answers before he does. Aha. The argument has just refuted itself. Offer him food. Show concern. Point out his hunger. Mikurina. Did you skip breakfast to come murder me? Castorial. It has nothing to do with. Mikurina. Is it, a man delivering a lecture on how to eat while completely hollow inside? Mikurina. One might even say, famished. Castorial. No. Mikurina. All right, go on then, tell me more about this moral distinction between our appetites. Mikurina. Preferably before you faint. His stomach rumbles again, agreeing with me. Delightful. The argument has never been less convincing. Castorial.
回復しよる。
Mikurina. Turn 10. Praying himself back together? How boring.
ボーリングだよな、マジで。
Castorial.
だ
Castorial.
から回復しちゃう。
Turn 11. He swings very confidently, it's adorable. Castorial. Mikurina, turn 12, that actually landed. Don't let it go to your head, Tilda. Castorial.
でも
Mikurina,
NP な
turn
くなった。
13, regeneration. Well, suppose I can do this all day. Castorial. Mikurina, turn 14, that actually landed. Don't let it go to your head, Tilda.
キリがな
He
い
is
ね。
still standing after the first wave.
あと消耗戦になっちゃうね。NP 尽きたら。
Impressive. Mikurina. Persistent, I will grant you that much. So, why are you still making noise in my home? Castorial. Because why you slaughtered the faithful of my order. My brothers, my sisters.
あ
Grudges. That explains the stubbornness. Does nothing for his survival prospects, though. Mikurina. So you came all this way for a bit of eye for an eye. Castorial. I am here for justice. To cleanse this world of. He is attempting to be stern, but his eyes have already found my spinnerets. Foo. This justice of his has a very short attention span. Question the purity of his order. Turn his logic back at him. Mikurina. If a cow decides to gore you for turning its cousin into dinner, who is the
ま
villain?
あそうなっちゃうね。
You, or the dinner that fought back?
食ってるんだよね。雲も別にさ。なんか、楽しみ半分で殺してるわけじゃなくて、食料にするために食ってるんだろうからね。雲の人は、エルフを。
Castorial. That is an
そう
absurd
考える
comparison.
と
A beast of the field has no soul. Mikurina.
当然のことかもね。食物連鎖の。
And sleep perfectly well afterward. Mikurina. I do the same. So why is it holy when you do it and monstrous when I do? Castorial. Because your victims are people. Mikurina. Victims. Do you call your cattle that? No answer. Typical. Mikurina. For a group that loves the light, your order leaves a great many corpses in the dark. Mikurina. Eating is eating. The stomach does not care what you call it. Castorial. Silence, you foul thing. He's losing the argument, so he shouts instead. Of course. Mikurina. Did I hit a nerve? Or is it simply annoying when someone points out you are not at the top of the chain? Castorial. I said be silent, temptress. Your words are as wicked as your. He meant to say something more insulting than that, but I think his brain is half melted already. Castorial. Mikurina, turn 15. He swings very confidently, it's adorable.
NP 回復しねえんだよな。
Castorial. Abrin Davaris. Castorial. Yuritsa Zyrchen of the Fourth Order. Castorial. Orion with the bad knee who should never have been sent at all. Mikurina. What are you doing? Castorial. Remembering. Mikurina. Who? Castorial. You won't understand. Mikurina. Who were they to you? Castorial. Abrin taught me to hold a blade without cutting my own fingers off.
あ
I was terrible at it.
あ、死人の話してんのかな。
Castorial. Yuritsa used to fall asleep during evening mass and blame the high priest's soothing voice. Castorial. Orion was afraid of horses. Nobody knew because he never told anyone.
思い出があるんだね。
Castorial. Now they're dead. You killed them. ... Is he trying to make me feel something? The audacity. Mikurina. Why did they come here? Castorial. Duty. Mikurina. Why, really? Castorial. Castorial. Orion wanted to make senior rank before his father died. Yuritsa had a debt to the order, she was working it off. Castorial. Abrin acted like everyone's older brother. He came because we were going. ... Well. Now I feel considerably worse.
ああ、そういう気持ちもあるんだ。罪悪感。Tell him they did for
Ask if he has
nothing.
people waiting for him. Ask if he has people waiting for him.
どっちにしろだな。
Ask if he has people waiting for Mikurina. Abrin came because you were going. Castorial. Yes. Mikurina. And you? Castorial. Mikurina. Is there someone waiting for you, little knight? Someone who does not know you are here. Castorial. Castorial. There is a sister, I mean, not the order. My real sister. She thinks I am on a border patrol. ... Oh, sweetheart. He should not have told me that. Because now I have to look at him knowing someone at home does not know where he is. Mikuraina, does she know what you do? Castorial, she knows, enough. Mikuraina, does she know about the cave? Castorial, no. ... He seemed to be unable to form words after. Thinking about her, probably. I find myself thinking about her too, and I do not even know her name. Castorial. Castorial. Mikuraina, turn 17, he swings very confidently. Castorial. Mikuraina. Castorial.
あ、NP 回復してる？してないか。弱い。これ単純に弱い。自力が。この騎士、普通に物理で押せる。
Castorial. No, that would be improper. Castorial. But then again, proper etiquette toward a sworn enemy seems. Castorial. But you are also a, and therefore etiquette. What is he babbling about? Castorial. Anyway. ... Should I interrupt? I feel like I should interrupt. Mikuraina. Just ask already. Castorial. Your age. My what now? Castorial. I mean, it is rude to ask. But you are my sworn enemy, so etiquette should not apply. Castorial. But you are also a, and so perhaps it's still, and now I have thoroughly. Mikuraina. 400.
400!
Castorial. 400 years.
すご。
Mikuraina. Yes, you elves live long as well, surely you know how numbers work.
江戸時代ぐらいあるんじゃない？
Castorial. Yes. Castorial. I merely expected something. Mikuraina. Something? Castorial. Different. Oh, I am going to make him explain that. Mikuraina. Different how? Castorial. Well, you were supposed to see more. Mikuraina. More? Castorial. I don't know, ancient?
エルフからすると
I am
若い
truly
んだ。
400 years old, little
400歳
knight. Castorial. You look 40.
ゆるく40。
He claps both hands over his own mouth. The sword actually clatters away. Mikuraina. Do I? Castorial. It was not meant to be a compliment. Mikuraina.
この人たちね、寿命が長すぎてさ、お年齢の感覚がわかんないよね。若い
And you look perhaps 50 by
さ
elven
あ、年
count.
取ってるの境目がわからない。
40, if one is generous. Which I am feeling rather generous today. Castorial. Stop teasing me. Mikuraina. Well, I have outlived 8 generations of people who came here to kill me. Most of them looked older than you.
で
Castorial.
も文章読むだけじゃなく
Age
て、
is
ち
not
ょ
relevant to
っと
righteousness.
RPG 要素もあると、なんか、アクセントになりますよね。
Mikuraina. Of course not. It merely means I have been doing this considerably longer than you have
ま
been
あ話
alive.
だけでもいいけど。
Mikuraina. So when I say you look 40, take it as the compliment it is, sweetheart.
40歳に見えるって、エ
Castorial.
ルフから見たら。
Stop it. Castorial.
どこら辺でそう判断してる
Turn
んだろう
20.
ね。
Reaching for radiant judgment.
そろそろ殺せそうだな。
Castorial. Mikuraina. Turn
ディ
21.
フェンドしてみようか。
Castorial. Mikuraina.
こいつ毒
Turn
で、
22. He swings very confidently. It's adorable.
何にせよ毒で減っ
Image.
てるや
Mock
HP。
neutral. Not found. Image. Mock neutral. Not found. Not this again. Image. Mock neutral. Not found. My poor children are
イメージが not
screeching at
found にな
once,
ってる。
scrambling into every crack they can find. Image. Mock neutral. Not found. Blast that insufferable holy magic. Mikuraina. Do that again. Mikuraina. And I will not give you the mercy of a quick end. Castorial. The binding is a holy technique. Mikuraina. Think of the children. They are newborns. They are sensitive to light. Castorial. I did not know. I was not trying to. Castorial. I am sorry. Did he just say sorry? Castorial. Is there something I can do? Mikuraina. Just stand still and stop glowing. He obeys as I go to the nearest ones and check they are unharmed. Mikuraina. They will recover. You are lucky. Castorial. I am glad. What did he just say? I almost do not know what to do with him. Castorial.
でも死ぬけど。
Turn 23. Just standing there staring. I mean, I am magnificent, but do try to keep up. Mikurina. I remember all of them, you know. Every last one your order has sent to me.
あ、そうなんだ。
Castorial. Do not mock the dead, you monstrous beguiler. Mikurina. Mock? Hardly. Mikurina. There was a girl, perhaps barely older than a hatchling. 50? 60? Her blade kept rattling against her shield the whole time. Castorial. Stop. Mikurina. Then a man, much older. Brave, reckless, stupid. He looked me in the eye at the end. Mikurina. I almost respected that one. Castorial. Mikurina. I do not bother with names, but I remember their faces. What they said, how they died.
偉い。
Mikurina. Your order has been sending them to me for generations, little knight. Mikurina. I have not gone looking. They simply arrived at my door. Castorial. They came to stop you. To shield the innocent from your hunger. Mikurina. And did they? Castorial. They fulfilled their sacred duty. Mikurina. By dying in my lair. Castorial. Mikurina. I wonder sometimes what they tell the families. Do you dress it up in fancy words? Mikurina. Death is death, knight. Honorable doesn't change what you are. Castorial. Do not twist our service into. Mikurina. I am not twisting anything, darling. I am just the one who was there. Castorial. That one landed. Make it personal. Point out the cycle. Mikurina. Say you kill me. What happens next? Mikurina. My hatchlings grow up without a mother, exactly like the families you came here to avenge. Mikurina. You are not stopping the grief,
父
little
親
knight.
誰なの？
You are just turning who carries it.
単一生殖なのか
Castorial.
な？
A monster's brood is, it is not the same. Mikurina. Is it not? Mikurina. They grow up hungry and furious with a very specific taste for elven blood. Then they come down from this mountain, then your people send their sons back up. Mikurina. And the whole tedious performance begins again from the top. Mikurina. Again and again and again. Mikurina. Killing me does not return your brothers and sisters, it only guarantees someone else dies the same way eventually. Mikurina. Is that what you are trying to achieve? Castorial. I will not listen to this. I have a duty. I have. The noble cause is starting to look like a very bloody circle in his head, I can tell. I think he knows it. Castorial. Castorial. Castorial.
どうしよう。トークにした方がいいのかな？
Mikurina. So. Mikurina. You called me vile. Why? Castorial. Because you are vile. You radiate a profane allure. Interesting word for a man so righteous. Mikurina. Allure. How very specific.
ちょこちょこわかんない単語が出てきますけど、なんか中世英語なんでしょうね。中世の時代の古い英語なんでしょうね。ちょっといちいち調べるの大変なので、そのまま読んじゃいますけども。
Castorial. It is the
大体
correct
でも
word.
わかるよね。文脈で。
Mikurina. Really? So what exactly does my corruption feel like? Describe it for me. Castorial. It feels like it is a wrongness in the chest. Castorial. A pulling sensation. A spiritual heaviness that draws that afflicts the soul. Mikurina. A pulling sensation, Fu tilde. For a man who finds it so objectionable, he sure has the avid vocabulary for it tilde. Castorial. That is all I can think of this very moment. Mikurina. Beautiful words, though. I presume you are very well educated. Castorial. I, thank you.
皮肉じゃないの今の。
Did he just thank me? Castorial. That is not, I did not mean to. That was not ahem. Mikurina. Take your time. Castorial. I was just being. TTH. Mikurina. Thorough. Castorial. Thorough. Yes, exactly. Thoroughly. The word has just turned on him. Mikurina. Most knights just call me wicked and leave it at that. Mikurina. You are the first one to give me gratitude. Castorial. I am not. I was merely giving you an ass assessment. He just stumbled on a certain phrase, doesn't he? Castorial. Mikurina,
もう
turn
赤くなっちゃってん
25.
じゃん。
No grand finale left?
毒ってこ
I
とかな。
suppose we'll settle for a clumsy swing.
トークをしないと死んじゃうよ。
Wait. One of the hatchlings is skittering straight into his path. Get back, you foolish little thing, away from his sword. Oh, no, it is barely the size of his thumb. One careless
クモ
step
っ
and
て
there
母
is
性ない
nothing
んじゃな
left.
いの？昆虫とか爬虫類とか鳥系って基本的に母性ないよね。母性っていうのはつまり子供の数が多すぎるから死ぬ前提でいるからケアしないっていうことだよね。哺乳類とかは産む数自体が少ないからケアしないといけないから、そういう動物の本能上子供を守るようにできてるんでしょうけど、魚とか昆虫はしないよね。子供を守るっていうのは卵から帰るまではするけど帰った後は知らないよっていう、そういうスタンスじゃなかった？でも哺乳類も入ってんのか、このクモの場合は。上半身人間だしな。そういうことですか。
I cannot reach it in time. ... He swerves mid-stride, stumbles 2 full steps to the side to avoid a hatchling of his enemy. ... Mikurina. Castorial. Why have you stopped? Is this more of your foul trickery? Thank him. Pretend not. Thank him. Mikurina. So, the Holy Butcher has a soft spot for the small ones. Castorial. HN? Mikurina. Thank you for not leaving a stain of my youngest on the floor. Castorial. I simply, it would be against, wait. Castorial. Are you thanking me? His concentration is in pieces now. Mikurina. Do not let it go to your head, darling. You are still a nuisance and I still intend to kill you. Mikurina. It is almost a shame, though. Castorial. Aye, you're welcome. Castorial. I don't think I can just purge you.
いやいや
If
無
I
理だ
can
から
just
ま
hold
ず
out, maybe
お
there's
前
a
の
way
実
to end
力で
this
は
without a finishing blow. Castorial. Mikurina, turn 26. He swings very confidently. It's a
毒で減ってる。
Mikurina, turn 27. Just standing there staring. I mean, I am magnificent, but do try to keep up.
あ、
He is still fighting. But the way he looks at me, it's not right. He isn't trying to kill me. Is he trying to redeem me? Castorial. Mikurina. Oh ho, if you're about to deliver another sermon, little pup, I'm going to start charging you something, Tilda. Castorial. I am not. I only wanted to say. Castorial. I am sorry. For the ones who came before me. ... This man keeps saying new things that his predecessors didn't say. Mikurina. Oh ho Tilda, don't tell me your order is teaching apologies alongside holy slashes now? Castorial. I know why they came. I am still sorry. He goes back to his stance as if he hadn't just tripped me up with a single word. Well, that was inconvenient. I'm almost tempted to see what else he has to say. Almost. Don't look at me like that, pup. Castorial. Mikurina. Castorial. I have a... What I mean is, I wanted to, if you are not actively, may I ask you something? Why is he attempting polite conversation while we are fighting? Has the lack of sunlight finally rotted his brain?
もう夜が明けちゃったんだ。
Certainly he has not thought this through. We are supposed to be exchanging blows, not pleasantries. Mikurina, you are already asking something, little pup. Castorial. Yes, quite. Castorial. What do you... I mean to say, between, when no nights are, what do you do? ... Mikurina, I beg your pardon? Is he actually asking what I do with my spare time in the middle of a duel? Why, is he planning to invite me to a tea circle? Castorial. When no one is here. What do you, is there something you... I am asking what your days are like. Truly. Oh dear, he actually means it. Look at those eyes. He is genuinely, completely, sincerely curious. No one has the audacity, or the sheer, blinding foolishness to even ask. Mikurina, is this a joke? Is this some tactical distraction to make me lower my guard?
オーダーシティだけ。
Audacity 大胆さ。
あ、そういう意味だったんだ。なんかオーダーシティっていう アプリがあるじゃないですか。だから何の意味なのかなってちょっと気になったんで、これだけ調べました。大胆さだそうです。
Custorial. No, not at all. I was just thinking. Makurina. Makurina. I tend the brood. I hunt. The seasons change. More nights arrive eventually to die in my webs. Custorial. Oh. Makurina. Which is what, exactly?
を出していてなんかオーディオのなんかと思ってたけど全然違う意味なん
It's
だな。
almost like our routine at the barracks. Wake up, train, eat, sleep.
トレイン。
Makurina. Life is mundane, little knight. Even for monsters. Custorial. Of course. It would be, wouldn't it? Custorial. Custorial. Do you ever go outside? Other than to hunt, I mean? Just to walk? Makurina. Yes, but for what? To be chased by more of your kind with torches? Custorial. Custorial. How long have you been inside this cavern? What is the point of this? Makurina. This conversation is over. It's ridiculous. Custorial. No. I only meant, I was worried it might be lonely. Worried? He's worried about me? Makurina. I know what you meant. Stop talking.
I not ask for your
I did not
concern.
ask. Makurina. I did not ask for your concern, little knight. My children and I are perfectly content here without your pity. Custorial. I was not being. I was simply asking. I just thought you might like a change of scenery. Makurina. I know what you were simply asking. You're being a nuisance. Custorial. Custorial. Fine. I see that you spend all this time decorating the place. The webbing is, actually quite intricate. I'm not sure if it's meant to be a fact or a jab. Custorial. Makurina.
さてどうしたもんか
A
な。
clean strike. Someone's been practicing in front of a mirror. Makurina. Hold your stance for a moment, Golden Hound. I find I am curious about something. Custorial. Curious?
とんでも
About
な
my
い量の
combat
会
form?
話
I assure you,
レ
the
パート
Radiant
リ
Crown
ー
trains
だ
us
ね。
too.
どんだけあんだろう。
Makurina. Not your
体
sword
力の
play.
減り
It
で
is functional,
会話
if
イ
a
ベン
bit
トが起きるの
predictable.
とは別
No,
で
I want to know about friendship.
単独の
Custorial.
トー
Friendship.
ク
Now,
イベントが
while
あ
we
るん
are
だな。
actively trying to determine who bleeds first.
関係なさそうだもん
Makurina.
な。
Don't be difficult. You were mumbling about bonds and allies earlier between gasps for air. What is it actually like? From the inside?
体力減らせばいいのかな。
You're
純粋に。
serious? You actually want to know how it works?
それとも単数でイベント進行してるもしかして。
Makurina. That one motivates you. I simply must know why. Now, answer the question. Custorial. It is having a person you want to tell things to. Not because they can fix the problem. Just because something happened, and you want someone else to know it happened. Custorial. And the telling changes what the thing is. Once it is spoken, it becomes shared. It belongs to both of you now. The weight is halved because there are two pairs of shoulders.
まあわかるけどね。
Makurina. Shared. So a memory is no longer a solitary burden? It becomes property?
なんかお行儀のいいこと言ってますけ
Custorial.
ど。
In a way, yes. If you have no one to tell, then things happen, and then they are just over. They don't become anything. They just cease. Makurina. They are just over. Such a clinical way to describe
育ちがいいんだろう
years of
な。
afternoons passing by.
こんなこと言える人
Custorial.
は。
I didn't mean it as a slight, Makurina. It's just the truth.
自分がそうされてきたから他人
Do
に
you
も
have anyone like
同
that?
じことが言える
Someone
ん
you
だ
tell
ね。
things to just for the sake of the telling? Makurina. I have my hatchlings. I am never alone. Custorial. But do you tell them things? Or do you just give them orders and teach them how to liquefy a stray goat? Makurina. Makurina. I instruct them. I ensure their survival. I am their mother, not their friend. Custorial.
ていうかさ、
So you teach them, but you don't share with them.
結構食べ
There's a
るよね。
difference.
昆虫とか鳥とかって自分で産んだ卵を食べるよね。亀とかもそうだけど。栄養が足りないって思った時は子供より自分を優先するからね。
Makurina. TCH.
理
It
に
was
かな
much
ってるん
simpler
だよ
when my thoughts
な。
were just over. Custorial. Does that mean
倫
our
理とか関係な
conversation
い
is
から
now shared property? Mikuraina, it means you are far too clever for a man in such heavy boots. Enough. Resume fighting before I decide to share your internal organs with the floor. Castorial, resuming, but I think you liked the answer. Mikuraina, I liked nothing. Castorial, you're the hatchlings. Castorial, I have been watching them while we fight. I can tell. He has been performing a very elaborate, very clumsy dance to avoid stepping on them for the last hour. He doesn't have to go through the trouble, yet he does. It is making his footwork look ridiculous. Mikuraina, and?
でもディアブロとかでさ、雲のモンスター、ちっちゃいモンスター大群に襲ってきたのプチプチ潰しまくるのめちゃくちゃ楽しいんだよ
How
な。
old is the largest one? The one that keeps
ちゃ悪いけど。
sitting on the east ledge and watching. Ah, he noticed the one that has been observing everything since it hatched. Clever little thing, probably taking notes on how to eat a paladin. Mikuraina, old enough, little pup. Castorial, old enough to. Mikuraina, old enough. Castorial, I have read that spiders, that creatures of your kind, that the young eventually. Mikuraina, leave, yes, they scatter, it is what they do. Castorial, when? Mikuraina, when they are ready to hunt on their own. Castorial, and then they are gone? For good? Mikuraina, get to the point before I lose my patience. Castorial, did they ever come back to visit? ...
まあないでしょうね。
What a bizarre question. Is he serious? Mikuraina, no, why would they? They have their own webs to spin. Castorial, what I meant was, I usually visit my father regularly, every few moons, to tell him how the training is going, that sort of thing. Mikuraina,
関係ないよ。
spiders do not have family reunions, night. Castorial,
親なん
that
て関
sounds
係ない
quite。lonely. He is looking at me with that puppy-eyed pity again. I am a queen, I am an ancient predator, I do not do lonely.
Agree with him, say you are used to it.
Say you agree with him. Mikuraina, perhaps, but there is always a new brood to manage eventually. Castorial, you are not attached to any singular child? No favorites? Mikuraina, I have never really thought about it in those terms. Castorial, I truly have never considered it. They are a collective, a swarm, a responsibility. It is a little quiet, though. The moment after a brood leaves and the cavern goes silent while I wait for the next season. But that is absolutely none of his business. Mikuraina, swing your sword, knight. This isn't a nursery. Castorial, of course, certainly.
決着をつけよう。
Mikuraina,
パースウェイドになってるよ。
Castorial, Mikuraina, turn 31, he forgot to attack. Flustered by a spider? How typical. Castorial, I wanted to ask you something. Castorial, and I want to. I am going to preface this by saying I am not asking to be unkind. Oh, he has a preface now. Let's hear it. Mikuraina, ask away. Castorial, your kind's courtship. Castorial, you mentioned the female consumes the male.
ああ、カマキリみたいなね。
Mikuraina, I did, what about it? Castorial, well, I have been thinking about that. Mikuraina, have you? How very studious of you. Castorial, after. Castorial, when it is over. When the eggs are laid in the, when that part is finished. Castorial, so then, you are alone again. Mikuraina, yes, peace and quiet return to the cavern. It is lovely. Castorial, every time? Mikuraina, such is how it typically works, yes. Castorial, how many times has it? How many cycles have you? Mikuraina, little knight, be careful with your next words. Castorial, too far, I apologize. Mikuraina, the eggs require a great deal of tending. I am not sitting in the dark brooding over the absence of someone I have already digested. Castorial, no, of course not. Castorial, but, wouldn't it be nice to have someone to help around the place? ... The gall, the absolute, unmitigated gall of this elf. He is actually trying to sell me on the benefits of a domestic partner while we are in the middle of a struggle for our lives. The children are enough. spare me the sympathy. The children, spare me the sympathy. Mikuraina, spare me the sympathy, little knight. I am centuries old, and you are, what, barely out of your shell? I do not require your insight on my life.
基本的にどっちの選択肢も同
Castorial,
じ
I am not offering
だ
sympathy.
ね。
I am just observing. Mikuraina, observe with your sword. It is much more useful for a man in your position. Castorial, you keep deflecting whenever I say something sincere. Mikuraina, I deflect nothing. I simply find this line of inquiry tedious beyond belief. Castorial, maybe I can help with. Mikuraina, fight, now. Castorial, fighting, yes, resuming immediately. He is so earnest it makes my fangs ache. What a ridiculous creature. Castorial,
と言
Mikuraina,
って
turn
も
32.
もう死
He
ん
forgot.
じゃうよね。
Castorial, Mikuraina, turn 32. He forgot it. Castorial, Celica wrote. He just announced that, right in the middle of a parry. He received a letter, and he chose this exact moment to share the news. As if my life was somehow incomplete without an update on his family's correspondence. Mikuraina, who asked? Castorial, Celica is my sister. She wanted to know if I was still alive. Again, who asked? Castorial, I had not written in, it had been a while. Mikuraina, and you are clearly still alive, as you can see. For now. Castorial, I wrote back immediately. She replied within 4 days. She said. Castorial, well, she said several things, mostly that I am an absolute disaster and she would like a full account of what is taking so long. Tilda, I like her already. Mikuraina, how very thorough of her. Castorial, well, when we were young she used to help around the house. She is profoundly more competent than I am, in every measurable way. Castorial, she would like you, I think. He
妹の
stops.
話し
He
てる
finally realizes he has said something entirely idiotic. Mikuraina, would she now, Tilda? Tell me, why would a lady of the church like a monster queen who is currently trying to skin her brother? Castorial, she, yes, I think so. Castorial, she does not frighten easily. And she has very little patience for people who are like me. People who get lost in their own heads. Castorial, but also she loves me very much. In her own way. Castorial, I think. He thinks? This man is a walking catastrophe. Why is he endorsing her to me? Is he trying to set up a playdate?
Why is she like?
What is she like? Mikuraina, what is she like? This sister of yours, Celica, was it? Castorial, she is, oh.
死んだのかな
Castorial, opinionated, she is usually right, which I find either inspiring or insufferable depending on the day of the week. Castorial, she sends letters that are half concern and half insults. The insults are more affectionate than the concern, somehow. Castorial, she is the best person I know. Truly. Castorial, I think if you two were in a room together I would have absolutely no standing in the conversation. Is he actually imagining us having tea? Is he picturing a situation where I am not actively trying to turn him into a snack? What in the Four Seasons is the chance of that actually happening? What a peculiar, baffling man. Mikuraina. It sounds like she is the one who should have been wearing the armor, little hero till. Castorial. Mikuraina, turn
死ぬじゃん
The light is answering.
HP ないですけど
Even the heavens have a bedtime, it seems.
一回セーブしとこうか。セーブできないわ。かわされた。
Castorial. I passed through a coastal town
まだ生
once,
きてる。
on the way to a posting. Here we go again. Another travelogue from the man who can't stop talking while he's being hunted. Mikuraina. Did you? How fascinating. I was just sitting here wondering about your former wanderings. Castorial. The water was. There is a particular color the sea goes at a certain hour, just before evening. A sort of deep violet. Castorial. I have never seen anything like it. Not even in the cathedral windows. Mikuraina. And, is there a point to this, or are you just reciting your journal to me? Castorial. There was a market.
走馬
I
灯
walked through it
走
by
馬灯
accident
巡って
while
る
I
よ
was looking
ね
for the
今
garrison.
大丈夫かな
Castorial. There was food I had never, there was something fried in oil with salt. I have never found it again since. I have asked in 4 different towns and nobody even knows what it is. Castorial, and the sound of it. The whole thing, the market and the water and the light. Castorial. I feel like, if you went outside more often, you would get to experience these things. It seems a waste to stay in the dark. Mikuraina. And then the delightful townspeople would scream and try to kill me on sight. Such a wonderful experience, little pup. I can't wait. Castorial. Well, you could always travel at night. Or to somewhere no one is around. There are empty places, Mikuraina. The sheer stupidity of the suggestion should be insulting. And yet, the way he says it,
洞
it
窟の中に
almost
いた方が
sounds
よくない？
plausible.
都会に行くと疲れちゃうよね。Tell me somewhere else.
How do people get from place to place?
確かに。
Mikuraina. I don't need to hear about your snacks. But, practically speaking, how do people even travel between those cities without being seen? Castorial. Horses mostly. Carriages for longer distances. Some people just walk the back roads. There are trade routes with regular. Wait, why do you ask? Mikuraina. I said I am merely curious. Don't flatter yourself. Mikuraina. Would one need money for these fried things? Castorial. Well, definitely. It's a bit hard to barter with silk in a market. Wait, are you planning something? Mikuraina. I said I am merely curious. Castorial. Are you really just curious? Mikuraina. Shut up and start talking. He answers every question without stopping. I keep asking him about the world outside, pretending I'm just looking for weakness. Obviously, this information means nothing to me. I have no intention of ever leaving. Obviously. Castorial.
もう死んでますけどね。
Castorial. Mikuraina, turn 34. Castorial. Can I ask you something that is not about the fight? Mikuraina. You have been asking me things that are not about the fight for the last 3 hours.
3
Castorial.
時間経ってん
I
だ
meant
もう。
before this. Before all of this. ... Mikuraina. Before what, exactly? My next meal? Your inevitable demise? Castorial. While you were younger. Smaller. Well, this is rather new. Most of them ask what I am, or why I kill, or what profane darkness birthed me. They ask about the monster. They never ask about the hatchling I was. Mikuraina. Rather a personal question for a man currently dodging my legs. Castorial. I know, I apologize. Truly. Castorial. You don't have to answer. I was just curious about what you wanted. Back then. Mikuraina. I wandered a lot. I wanted to see how far the territory extended. I wanted to see what was past the next mountain, and the one after that. Mikuraina. I spent decades exploring without anywhere to be. Just walking until my feet hurt and then walking some more. Mikuraina. And then I found this place, it was good. Safe. So I stayed.
最初からここにいたわけじゃないんだ。
Castorial. For 400 years? In one room?
いいじゃん。
Castorial. You know, you could do that again. If you wanted to. Castorial. I mean, you are much stronger now. Larger. No predator would dare try to eat you, right? I can barely keep up with you. Castorial. I have a very hard time deflecting your attacks. You're practically a force of nature. He puffs his chest out, looking immensely pleased with himself. This man actually thinks he's just delivered some life-changing piece of wisdom. Mikuraina. Mikuraina. Huh? What? Mikuraina. Are you suggesting I just go for a stroll? With 1,000 children to feed? Castorial. Well, yes, you could be a traveler again. Mikuraina. Sigh. You are a special flavor of stupid, aren't you? Mikuraina. Pick up your sword before I decide your brain is too small to be worth the effort. He looks so proud of his garbage idea that he's actually glowing. It's a miracle he's survived this long with that much air in his head. Castorial. Mikuraina, turn 35, the
あ、
ultimate
NP が
fails
な
him.
くなってるいつの間
Well,
にか。
well, the look on Castorial. Mikuraina. Mikuraina. Still talking, I see. Your stamina for conversation is truly your most formidable weapon. Castorial. I have been thinking about something you said earlier. Castorial. About the cycle. The seasons, the brood, the nights arriving to be processed. Mikuraina. And, did you find a flaw in the logic, or are you just fond of hearing the echoes? Castorial. What are you working toward? What is the goal of all of this? Mikuraina. Isn't the point to live is to survive? Castorial. But you have survived for centuries. And what then? Mikuraina. And then I
そう
will
だね、
keep
人生の
surviving the
本
next
質を問わ
season.
れても
I'll
ね
keep。my children fed and my larder full. Castorial, and then?
言わないでよ。
Makurina, and then the season after that. It's
そんな
been
目
working
的
for
持
a
ってる
long
人なん
time.
てい
I
る？
highly recommend it. Castorial,
人生の目的を。
Makurina, little knight, I am starting to think you just enjoy being difficult for the sake of it. Castorial, what do you want to have been true about your existence when it eventually ends? I have
どれぐらい
survived
なんだろうね、
everything,
寿命
every
は。
drought, every plague, every overzealous order that decided I was this season's problem. I have never once asked what I was surviving for. I have just existed.
でも大抵みんな生きるので必死だからね。まずはそこを満たさないと次の段階に進めない。
And now a very earnest, very
何が
exhausting
したい
knight
か
is
とか
standing
は
in
ね。
my cave asking the one question I
ど
never
うすれ
bothered
ば
to
生きら
answer.
れるかっていうのは何をして生きるかっていうのは別次元なんですよね。
It's a ridiculous question, and it has no place in a spider's lair. So why am I suddenly finding it so hard to look him in
結
the
局どう
eye?
なるのかな？
Makurina.
出されるの
Makurina,
か？
I want to not be hungry. Nothing more than that. Castorial, I don't believe you. The audacity. He doesn't believe
大
me
胆さ。
in my own home? Makurina, I survive, little knight. 400 years of surviving is not nothing, no matter
よ
what
く
your little
400年
books
ってわ
say.
かるよね。1年ごとに数えてんのかな、ちゃんと。
Castorial, no, it is not
まあ季
nothing.
節の移り
But
変わりでわかるのかな。
Makurina, stop that thought. Stop it right there. Castorial, I am not saying it's a bad thing. Makurina, I have protected this territory for 4 centuries. The villages below only exist because I keep the worst things in the deep dark from wandering out.
400年生きたってことは相当人食ってんだな。
Makurina, I am not
一
nothing.
人1日1人ぐらい食ってんのかな。1年で
Castorial,
360
I
人
never
ぐらい
said
食っ
that.
てんのかな。
I merely asked what you were working toward.
相
It
当
was
だ
a
よ。
question of
それ
direction, not
400年
value.
からね。滅ぼ
Makurina,
さ
and
れ
I
て
told
叱る
you,
べきだよ
the
な。
next season,
食われる
it
側
is
か
a
らしたら。
perfectly respectable goal. Castorial, Castorial, has been, you said it has been enough. Makurina, yes, exactly. Castorial, has been, past tense. This man is
Has
a menace. Makurina, are we talking about semantics now? Really? Castorial, wait, I am not trying to take anything away from what you have built here. I am just asking if you actually want more of it. I look at my surroundings. The same damp ceiling, the same silk-choked entrance. My brood, scuttling over the same stones for the 1000th time. It is a very impressive lair, truly. Functional, secure, sturdy. I am so very tired of looking at it. Fine, I admit it, to myself, only to myself. Makurina, I am finished with this conversation. Completely,
まあ
utterly.
400年もやって
My
たら
brain
飽き
is
るよ
turning into
な。
cobwebs.
同じことずっとやってたら。
Castorial, does that mean I'm right?
ボケちゃいそうだよね。まず体のより先に脳みそが限界きそう。
Castorial, Makurina, turn 36. Castorial, can I tell you something? Makurina, you have been telling me things for the better part of an hour. My ears are practically ringing with your insights. Castorial, something different this time. Not a grand story about bridges or forests. Castorial, just ordinary things. Makurina, ordinary things, like how to polish armor or the proper way to sharpen a sword. Castorial, what it is like to eat breakfast with someone. Makurina, what, breakfast? Are you actually hungry, or is this another elven riddle? Castorial, imagine 2 people, food, a table. Someone says something, the other responds. No one is trying to bite anyone else. Like right now, but a lot more comfortable. Castorial, it is the best part of most days, actually. The tranquil part before the world starts demanding things of you. I have eaten every meal alone for 400 years. Usually in the dark, usually while the food is still twitching. Comfortable, a table, a conversation about nothing in particular. The idea of a warm meal and a soft voice instead of the dripping of cave water.
強
It
化しよう
actually
としてる。
sounds quite nice.
未開人をさ、文明化しようとしてるみたいな
Wait,
印
what
象を
am
受
I
ける。
thinking? Breakfast sounds nice?
もちろ
I'm
ん
a queen. I don't do scrambled
それ
eggs
がいい
in
ことなん
pleasantries.
でしょうけどね。
Makurina, HMPH. I have no use for tables, knight. They are far too restrictive for a body with this many legs. Castorial, you wouldn't need a table. We could just sit somewhere with a view. Of you, and that fried salty thing he mentioned. Just for a moment, I can almost smell it.
塩もないんだね。
Oh no,
味付けってもんがないんだ
What are
な、
you
雲
doing?
の食事には。
Makuraina, how large is a city, exactly?
結局でも美味しいものって体に悪いからね。塩もそうだけどさ、塩とか砂糖とか。味はいいかもしんないけど
What?
ね。
You mean, in size? Makuraina, a city. How many people are packed into those stone boxes? Castorial, oh, it depends on the city. A large one is constantly bustling. Someone is always doing something, somewhere. Makuraina, that sounds exhausting.
雲のお尻の中ってどういう構造になってんだろう、しかし。
Castorial, it is exhausting. But also, there is
糸
a
を作る期
particular
間が
life to it.
詰まってんのかな。
Castorial, being surrounded by people who all have somewhere to be, it makes you feel part of something larger. Makuraina, what if you do not have somewhere to be? What if you are just there? Castorial, then you sit down and watch. There is always something to see. ...
し
I
か
have been watching the same stalactites for
渋谷とか
400
行っ
years.
て
I know their
さあ
stories
スクラ
by
ンブル
heart.
交差
They
点とか
never
見て
change.
楽しいか？
Makuraina, does your sister, does Celica live in a city? Castorial, she does. She would. Actually, she would describe it much better than I can. She notices the small details I usually miss. Makuraina, she writes back quickly, you said, within 4 days? Castorial, sometimes
まあいいんだ
faster,
ろう
even
ね。
faster if
街
she's
は
worried.
街で刺激があって。
Makuraina. Makuraina, if someone were to write to her, hypothetically, how would she respond to a stranger?
ちょっと待ってね。ハイポテティカリーってよく聞くので調べたんですけど、
Hypothetically,
ハイポテティカリー、仮に、
仮に
仮にって意味なんだ。しかしこの逆にエルフの方が雲の生活に合わせるっていう発想はないのかね。この洞窟で一緒に暮らすっていう発想はさ、一緒にここでエルフの肉を食べて雲を育てるっていう生活でもいいんじゃないかなって思うんだけど、それはないのかな。
Makuraina.
共食いになっ
Makuraina,
ちゃうか。
how does one even begin a
Elufu.
letter to someone they have never met? Castorial. Castorial, you could just begin it. Dear Celica, works fine. Castorial, in fact, she'd probably write back before you even finished reading her first reply. She's quite enthusiastic. Castorial, I could deliver it for you, if you wanted me to. ... I have never had someone write back before. I would like to know what that feels like. To have a thought travel further than these walls. Makuraina, that was a hypothetical question, of course. For
ハ
my
イポ
own
テティカル
amusement.
仮の質問ってことかな。
Castorial, of course. He's smiling again. He knows. Castorial, Makuraina, turned 37. He has been silent for a while now, swinging that heavy blade at appropriate intervals just to keep up appearances. He is clearly thinking something entirely nonsensical again. I find myself waiting for it. I wonder what strange combination of words is about to fall out of his mouth next. Castorial, Makuraina. Ah, there it is. The silence finally broke. Makuraina. What? Makuraina. What odd, domestic thing are you going to say this time? Are you going to ask if I prefer silk or linen for my curtains? Castorial. Oh, so you're actually looking forward to my questions now? Makuraina. Shut up, just ask before I decide to use your tongue for something else. Castorial. Haha, your threats are becoming remarkably specific. Castorial. When was the last time something actually surprised you? The answer is, to a mortifying degree, standing right in front of me with a shield and a very confused sense of priorities. The fact that he's still here asking about my schedule and my hatchlings is the strangest thing to happen in a century. Makuraina. Recently. Very recently. Castorial. Good recently or, just recently? Like a, my roof is leaking, manner of surprise?
どういうこと？
Makuraina. Makuraina. I have not decided yet. I am still taking in the sheer scale of the nonsense. Castorial. That sounds like a good recently to me. Indecision is better than an immediate no.
決断は即決の脳より優れている。
Makuraina. It sounds like I am tired and you are very infuriating. Castorial. I get that a lot. Castorial. Castorial. I think the world has gotten very small in here, Mikuraina. Just you and the walls. Mikuraina. My world is exactly the size I built it. It is efficient. It is safe. Castorial. I know. I am asking if you ever thought about building a bigger one. One with a sky. ... He doesn't even know he's making that face. That's the most irritating part. He isn't even trying to be charming, he just is. Mikuraina. Quite a large question for a man who is supposed to be purging me. Castorial. You do not have to answer tonight. Or tomorrow. Castorial. But just think about it. Mikuraina. I find myself thinking about it. Castorial. Castorial. Mikuraina. The fight stops. Not with a finishing blow, but with a mutual, exhausted agreement to lower our weapons. Mikuraina.
戦いが終わ
You
った
are leaving then, Golden Hound? Castorial. I am. My mission was to resolve the threat. I believe the threat has been resolved. In a manner of speaking. Mikuraina. You're going to tell them I evaporated, aren't you?
evaporate evaporate
evaporated 蒸発した。
まあ消えたってことか。
Castorial. Something like that. It's a very popular way for monsters to die in Paladin reports. It saves on the filing. I throw him a small, jagged piece of my own shed chitin from a week ago. Mikuraina. Use that as proof. Castorial. Good idea. They'll see the limb, check the succeeded box, and leave you in peace. And in return. Mikuraina. In return, I will try to be a more inactive threat. No more eating knights, unless they are asking for it.
何食うんだろう。
Castorial. I'll take those odds. We walk to the mouth of the cave together. At the tree line, we stop. He goes toward the light of the valleys, I stay in the shadows of the peaks. We are parting, but the tether is still there. He is filing a paper. He described it during his last visit. A writ of territory settlement, Mikuraina, the Spider Queen of the Northern Mountain, apparently I have a title now, is to be removed from the Order's rolls of enemies. Pending review, of course. He says the review will take 2 years, and by then the board will have changed twice and nobody will remember who I am. He is using the sheer, soul-crushing weight of church bureaucracy to protect me. Filing paperwork with that incredibly sincere, helpful
め
clerk
ちゃくちゃう
face.
まくいってる。
Mikuraina. And if they do follow up? If some young scribe gets curious? Castorial. Then I will write another letter. Mikuraina. You are remarkably dangerous with a quill. Castorial. I have had practice. Between the Order and the others. He says it with a slight smile. Celica's correspondence, which is now a 3-way conversation. She wrote to me 11 days ago, I wrote back. It took 4 drafts and a great deal of ink. He delivers them, of course. Mikuraina. The
妹と
review
文
board.
通始めた
They
んだ。
wouldn't actually come up here? Castorial. Not if the papers are properly filed. And I will file them properly. If it's not enough, then I will come back and we will discuss the next letter. Come back, Mikuraina. You will keep visiting, then. Castorial. Yes? Mikuraina. When's the next one? Castorial. Next month, if you're all right with that. Mikuraina. Next month, then.
なるほど。
He comes back every month. He brings tea, he got the berry one right on the 3rd try, and books he thinks I'll like. We talk for hours about everything and nothing at the same time. The world is very
剣持っ
large,
てきて
and
る
I
け
am
ど
learning
ね。
it through him and his sister.
剣構えながら。
I am free to wander now. Sometimes at night, I leave the cave and walk the ridges under the stars, 8 legs moving in silence. I am still the queen, but the mountain doesn't feel like a prison anymore. I look up at the same ceiling when I return. It looks different now. A new beginning starts now.
これで雲とさ、エルフがもし交尾して子供が生まれたらさ、エルフ、雲エルフが誕生するのかな。
Purify root, friendship ending.
あ、フレンドシップエンディングになった。他のエンディングもあるんでしょうか。
Oh, a selected. Skipping.
普通に攻撃してみようか。
Selected. Skip. Selected. Selected. Skipping. Filled right pointing small. Say nothing. I watch him swing his sword again. He is mortified from head. Delicious. Castorial. Selected. Castorial.
よし。
Castorial. Selected. Castorial. Enough. You're just another monster in the dark, and I'm just a sword in the light. Castorial. Castorial.
回復しよるわ。
Selected Castorial.
鬱陶しい。
Lure the night close. Blocks incoming blessings. Uses 20. Castorial. 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 Selected. Deliver event. Castorial. Mikura.
よし。
Castorial.
殺せるか。
Castorial. Castorial.
ね
He has stopped asking questions. For a while I thought it was a tactic to lure me into being. But no, he simply ran out of words. The boy who stammered and looked at me with wide eyes has finally been replaced by a soldier. What is left is just a man holding a sword. Mikuraina. I should feel satisfied. This is how things simple are. A beast and a slayer. But I am in no hurry to see how this ends. Mikuraina. Come then, little knight. Let's see if your silence is as deadly as your blade. Castorial.
普通に
Castorial.
殺すけどね。
Castorial. Mikuraina of the depths. Castorial. Enough with the games. Enough with the word. Castorial. Prepare yourself. I am finishing this now.
殺されるかな逆
The
に。
light coming off him has changed. It isn't that polite, flickering beacon of hope he walked in with. It's angrier. Castorial. That is, enough. Castorial. I will keep fighting until there's nothing left of either of us. Mikuraina. Oh ho, the pup has finally found his teeth. If this is the dance you want, little knight, then let us move until one of us stops breathing. Castorial.
やばい、回復された。
Castorial.
そして NP がない。
Castorial. Mikuraina. Turn 18. A special attack.
ちょっとどうするのこれ。戻れないんだけど。これか。
Castorial. Mikuraina. Turn 18. A special attack.
効かないんだけど。
Castorial.
ディフェンドし
Castorial.
ようか。
Castorial.
NP を回復する手段がな
Mikuraina.
い。
Turn 25. Holy chains bind your legs. Castorial. Mikuraina. Self-voicing disabled.
やばい。負けるわ、これ。死ぬ。死なない。
Self-voicing enabled. 400 years of outliving every hero the church threw at me, and I suppose I just assumed I'd always have another century to spare. He is standing over me, sword still drawn, looking like he's waiting for a ghost to tell him what to do next. There was nothing in his manuals for the silence after the slaughter, was there? Mikuraina. Well, look at you. You actually managed to find a gap in the armor, you persistent little pup. Castorial. Mikuraina. Go on, then. Go back to your spires. Tell them the abomination is finally a memory. He sheathes the blade and won't look at me again. I suspect it's the only way he can live with the result. The children will scatter. They're old enough to find their own dark corners. They'll be fine.
子供は
400 years,
無
and
事だ
I'm
っ
the
たの
one
ね
who。ran out of time first. How ironic. Enemy route, Queen's End.
という感じでした。じゃあ次、勝つエンドを見て終わりにしましょうか。
Oh. Selected. Skipping. Filled right
じゃあ
point
最
in
初は
small
攻撃にす
triangle.
ればいいのか。
Skipping. Say nothing. I watch him swing his. Skipping. Filled right. Skipping. Filled. Stay silent. Castorial. I have lost count, truly. Centuries blur when you only see the stars through a crack in the rock, but I won't dignify him with an answer. He's far too earnest for his own good. Mikuraina. Castorial. What a dreadful, dreadful man with a dreadful, dreadful question. He's going to make me feel something at this rate, and I simply won't have it. Castorial. Mikuraina.
こいつが本気になったら、
Castorial. Selected. Say you are used to it. Makuraina. Castorial. How?
とりあえず毒にしとくか。
Castorial. Makurai. Castorial. He is. Castorial. Selected.
とりあえずポイズンにはしとく。
Castorial. Castorial. Makuraina. Turn 12. That actually land. He has stopped asking Skipping. Filled right point. Skipping. Filled right. Skipping. Filled right.
やばい、回復されとる。
Selected. Skipping. Filled. Selected. Skipping. Filled right pointing small triangle. Filled right pointing small triangle.
強い。
Selected. Selected. Skipping. Filled right pointing small triangle. Skipping. Skipping. Filled right pointing small.
これやるしかない。
Skipping. Filled right pointing small triangle.
NP が
Filled
ない。
right pointing small
いけるか。
triangle. Filled right pointing small
いける。
triangle. Castorial.
殺せる。
Makuraina. Turn 34. Reaching for radiant judgment and
倒してな
coming
い。
up empty. How embarrassing.
ダメ。
Skipping.
倒せない
Filled
のこ
right
の人。
pointing. Skipping. Filled right pointing small triangle. Filled right pointing small
ゲー
triangle.
ムオーバーになるしかないってことか。
Makuraina. He does not respond. His focus is elsewhere.
倒せないんだな。
Castorial. Makuraina. Turn
勝ち目
68.
はなかったんだ、最初から
Strike. Someone's been practicing in front of a mirror. It is over. The radiant resolve finally flickered out. He fought better than the others. They had more certainty, more speeches, but he had a kind of stubbornness I didn't have a name for. The cave returns to the dark. My children are already creeping out. I win. I always win.
ああ、勝ったんだ。
But
いいんだ。
looking at him now, I find I'm not entirely sure what winning was supposed to feel like. Enemy route, Night's End.
これで全部終わったかな。ただギャラリーが見れないんだな。もしかしてまだデモバージョンなのかな。とにかくすごく面白いゲームでしたね。他にもしかしてベストエンドがあるのかもしれないけど、とりあえずこれで、終わりにしましょうか。ありがとうございました。めちゃくちゃ面白かったです。